Do me a favor, go get Jen, please. Let's not get off on the wrong foot. Wow, that was fucking awesome. All over my face, neck, and chest, man. Okay, this is tremendous. I was having something of a bad day. You guys just turned it around. That was awesome. Okay. Before we get started, man, just a few quick shout-outs. I like to read Twitter before the night gets going and whatnot. You got an excellent mom, but I will point this out before we get going. He's 14. We talk about anal so much. We would not be here tonight, literally, without this guy. Normally, when I do shit like this, go out and talk and whatnot, it's of my own devising. It's me going like, I want to go out and do some shit, so I'm leading everybody, and everyone gets dragged along. This time around, I was following somebody else. I had a boss, an employer and whatnot, and he was great because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So easy to be around people like that and whatnot. Without him, we wouldn't be getting ready to watch this cartoon movie tonight, man. So give it up for Mr. Producer Jason Mewes. Mine went way longer than that, but whatever. Okay, man, let me just lay out how the evening is going to proceed for y'all. Basically, this is the intro. We say hi and whatnot, let you know that we're here and shit so everyone can relax. Then we start the pre-show. There's some people who pay for our tour, sponsors to go on the tour, so we give them shout-outs in the beginning. So on this Cartoon Lagoon, cut it down to a 10-minute version, and we're going to show you that first. So you watch that, and then boom, the super groovy cartoon movie begins. Now, at the end of the movie, when the credits roll, of course you're going to want to get up, stretch, go take a leak, grab a smoke, something like that. Fight that urge, because there might just be a little scene after, fuck it, there is a little scene after credits. So stay in your seats, watch that, and then when that's done, man, go out, grab a smoke, got about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then we come back here and start the second show, which is me and this fool doing our podcast, Jay and Silent Bob. We should have just come here every date of the tour, man. So sweet, man. Who knew? St. Louis, go figure. Okay, man, so without further ado, let's dive the fuck into it, man, and then after we enjoy the flick, then we'll come back, sit around, do the podcast. Normally when we do the podcast, we kind of talk to each other, but the one that we do while we're on the road with Super Groovy Cartoon Movie is a Q&A podcast. So essentially we start the show, and then we open it up to you guys to start thinking of shit you want to ask, like, how much do you weigh, you fat fuck, shit like that. Might not answer that, but we'll answer all other questions, man. But without further ado, let's dive into the animated portion of this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay and Silent Bob, Super Groovy Cartoon Movie. Man, I'm Kevin Smith.
Jason Mewes!
We are at the Pageant Theater for our Virgin trip to the Lou St. Louis, Missouri! For those in the room, most know this, but for those who don't listen at home, this St. Louis date was the first Groovy movie tour date to sell out. Y'all did it quickly, and then a team that the great Gretzky himself played for. So I guess what I'm getting at is, as much as I like it here, fuck it, we're just gonna move to St. Louis. And then just like every woman in the world, you'll grow tired as if after 2 weeks. So how'd you guys dig it, man? I I wish I could take all the credit, but this one belongs to this guy right here, man. So give it up for Mr. Producer.
Thank you.
Where we talk to you guys most of the night. Then we're going to jump back into the regular form of the show. We'll chit-chat for a little bit, then we'll turn out to you guys. There are mics, I think, here and here or something like that. You guys know where the microphones are? Somebody's waving. There's one.
Oh, they got it. Yeah, there you go.
There's one there, one out there. J lines for J questions, and a Kevin line for Kevin questions. We only do that because if I start talking, I never fucking stop. So, we have to. Okay, now, I'm sorry to do this, man, because we've never been here, and of course, when people are from out of town, you know, they talk about the fucking town they're visiting and whatnot, but this town, you can't not talk about the fucking arch. I know you guys are all bored by it and shit. Like, we see it every fucking day. I don't, so... I'm sure they tell it to you from the day you're fucking born here, but this motherfucker don't know it, and so I know he's just gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. Okay, so you know the arch, right? You've seen it and whatnot?
Yes, I haven't seen it in person though, but I thought it was just, I thought it was like the, you know, the monument, Washington Monument or something, like just a structure that stood there with solid.
You can go up in the Washington Monument as well.
No, you can't. Oh, for fuck's sake, I was there too, man.
This is the amazing thing. Somebody once parachuted to the top of it. Now, you're not supposed to fuck with the arch, man. The FAA, it's 630 feet. Yeah. You can fly under that shit, but if you do, they shoot you out of the sky and give you a summons. You're not allowed to go near it. Like, people, every once in a while, people try to do stunts and shit. One guy flew a balloon under it. There was some sort of balloon race, and they gave him permission to take a balloon under the arch, but he hit the top of it and dropped fucking 70 feet and shit. He was okay, though. Hop out of a fucking moving plane, parachute, and land on the fucking arch. That's fantastic. It's astounding. It's probably what every parachute goes like. One day I want to fucking try that. So he did it. Ken Swires did it in 1980. But shit didn't go well after that. Holy shit, it's a nightmare after that. Like, the beginning of the story, if you stop after the first paragraph, you're like, good for him, you know?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, wow, that's cool.
Totally. Now, if you spoilers, it gets bad. Okay, the idea was he was going to use his parachute, jump out of the plane, use one parachute to land, and fucking boom, land on the arch.
Yes.
Then he had his other parachute, his backup parachute, and he was going to use that to base jump off of the arch. So one parachute to land, and then the second parachute would take him down and stuff. He lands on top of the arch perfectly. Some people, there were a couple witnesses and shit, and one of them said he landed really well, like right in the middle. But the arch is stainless steel, and it's an arch, and there's no footing. There's no place to like fucking go. So once you land, he slipped. Wind caught him, caught the fucking, the parachute, and he was trying to get it off him and shit. But it took him down, and he slid down the arch, and then fucking slid to his death. It sounds fun, but it's not. I know, I saw a glint in your eye. You're like, you can slide down the arch?
I pictured him like this and shit. Right? Like,
story filled with hope. So in 1992, this is 12 years later, this fucking blew my hair back. 25-year-old John Vincent climbed to the top using only suction cups. That's like fucking Tom Cruise shit right there, man. At age 25 in 1992, he had suction cups. He started crawling up at 3:30 in the morning. It was 92, man. This is before Instagram, so I don't know what the fuck he was taking a picture for, but still. He got up there, he waited and shit. He's like, took some fucking snaps and shit, then got ready, unsuctioned, and base jumped off the fucking arch. Landed perfectly, ran with his parachute as soon as he landed, because again, it's illegal to fucking jump off shit in this country. As soon as he hit the ground, he fucking booked it to a waiting car, got in, and took the fuck off. Because he knew he'd get in trouble. Now, he had two friends who were sitting there shooting with a video camera, the whole fucking thing. And the cops pulled them over. They're like, what are you doing? They're like, nothing. Like, what are you doing with the video camera? Like, nothing. They're like, what's with this fucking two-way walkie-talkie? They're like, nothing, you know. So those fucking guys got in trouble, man. They got arrested for like sort of some mischief or something like that. And then the dude, John Vincent, who like got away scot-free, he then had to go in and be like, okay, yeah, I was part of it as well. But he only got like a misdemeanor. Apparently you can jump off shit and it's only a misdemeanor if you survive.
Would have been awesome if he fucking, I would think you'd be tempted to fucking just piss and jerk off the top there, right? Think about it. When you want to lay there with your fucking cock out and shit, balls swinging in the wind, 650 feet, full of fucking finesse.
I don't think either one of these guys is like, when I get up there, I'm coming. That's why you should never read Wikipedia when you're stoned.
I'm impressed though. I really am.
Right, you're right. I just assumed he went on the inside and went upside down, but that's fucking stupid. And I'm looking at you like you're an idiot. You're right. At a certain point, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but at a certain point, you got suction cups.
Yeah. It's hard. I'm not saying
I
it's
can't
hard.
believe you fucking outthought me. I felt like Bruce Willis at the end of that M. Night Shyamalan movie, man. You turned out to be Sam Jackson. I'm like, what? Okay, what have you been doing?
I do want to see it though. I want to go in the elevator. I can't believe you can go inside of it. That is impressive to me. That you sleep well, and it's just, I really dig getting on the bus. I look forward to it. But luckily, in the past, I've always had like a buildup of having to take a poo. Or shit, if you will. But we've always got to, like, when I've had to shit, we've always made the pit stop, and we have a hotel, and I'll go in and shit, and we eat and stuff. We're at the venues and all that good stuff. This last night, man, fucking in the middle of the night, 'cause I ate 4 white chocolate macadamia cookies, man, that were like this big. Oh, so good. But my stomach was like, and like I woke up and I couldn't really sleep because I was gassy, but I didn't want to
4 macadamia nut cookies made you sick?
Yeah, because there was just, not sick, but it bubbled. My stomach just was a little upset where I had to go to the bathroom.
My stomach fucking bubbles when I breathe, so... And fucking 4 macadamia, like I don't get out of bed without 4 macadamia cookies.
They were nice, man. They were big, and you know when they're real fucking nice and soft and gooey in the middle?
Yeah.
I usually rip out the middle and like crush them so they're like big ball of dough, and I'm like... And no, I want to shit. I want to get comfy and open it up and watch some Spartacus and some tits and ass and shit, and jerk my dick. Maybe not jerk it, but I had a shit. So I was holding it. We finally got here. And I fucking was like, at that point, I'm like rushing to the room. We check in and stuff. And at this point, my buddy comes and we get in the elevator. And now I've been holding it and I've been fucking farting in my bed and shit. Which is fine because I don't mind if I fucking hotbox myself. Because we're in these like bunks. But I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna fart real fucking hard, dude. It's gonna stink. And this dude right here, last night he laid in my cum. The night before he laid in my cum. On accident. But I was like, now he's gonna film my... Now he's gonna...
What a fine point you put on it, by accident. He's not one of these people laid in my cum on purpose.
And so I want to gas him out, because, you know, I've been waiting. But I'm just thinking I want to get to the fucking room and go to the bathroom. So we get in the elevator, we're going up, and I'm like, oh God, you know, like when you start sweating and shit because you have to go. And all of a sudden I'm just like, oh, this is going to make me feel better. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, boo. And he's like, ew, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, boo. And then all of a sudden I'm like, boo. And I realized just a little bit of leakage leaked out on my ass and like on my nuts. I could feel it on my nuts because I had boxers on, so like it leaked, and because my ass cheeks were tightened up, it sort of got pushed down up under my nuts. So I was like, oh shit.
So because your legs and the underwear created some sort of hermetical seal, never mind.
Exactly.
Suddenly the fun was over.
It was no more fun, and then I was like, I'm gonna tell him, who cares? But then I was like, I don't want to tell him. And then because of that though, I could tell, like, because it was like my asshole was like, oh, you let a little out, let's just go for the full business. So now I'm like tightening up my ass and shit, and I'm trying to walk, and my balls are all gross. And I'm like at the door, and he's like, what's wrong with you? And then we get up there, and this is the worst, when you get up to the room and the key doesn't work. So I'm like, oh shit, bro. And I get just gurgling, and he ran down, and I was like, please hurry, I'm gonna shit myself. And he got down and made it back. But then the thing is too, my mind knows that I'm close to the toilet, and I'm walking to the toilet, and then all of a sudden it like starts to come out, and I fucking throw it down, and it's like, I'm like all over the seat and that, so. I started my morning here. But
what we do with the show is we usually sit here and check in on him once a week and gives him a sense of accountability, not just to his friends, but to total fucking strangers. And 70 updates us on his sober life, which is nonetheless still fucking weird. And then we kind of go about the rest of the show. But for tonight, like I said earlier, we're going to dive into the Q&A. So instead of talking to each other and all that, we're going to talk to you guys. But before we dive into it, man, and of course there's booze everywhere. We're in a fucking drinking establishment and whatnot. Just making it clear, this is not like some sort of fucking Salvation Army, like you gotta live sober lecture thing at all. We're not people that tell you to fucking be like him at all. We have a very simple philosophy: handle your fucking high. If you can handle your high, God bless, be an adult, drink, smoke, what have you. Life is hard, you know, there's a lot of pressure as an adult and whatnot, and sometimes you just want to check out of your head, check out of your skin or whatever, have a good time and whatnot. As long as you can do that responsibly, handle your fucking high, God bless. This guy had a hard time handling his fucking high. It started to handle him, so he put it away and whatnot, trying to master it, and that brought us here tonight, making the cartoon.